Welcome to the live demonstration of the Syntergy Replicator Gateway for Lotus Notes. In this live demonstration, you'll see bi-directional replication taking place between content in the Lotus Notes-based Collaboration at Sea environment and the Microsoft SharePoint 2010 and Syntergy Replicator-based SharePoint at Sea environments. The left side of this diagram depicts the SharePoint at Sea environment built using SharePoint 2010 and Syntergy Replicator. On the right is the Collaboration at Sea environment built using Lotus Notes. In the center is the Network Operations Center that will connect the two replication networks together. The Network Operations Center has at least one SharePoint server from the SAS replication network on the left, and at least one Lotus Notes Domino server from the CAS replication network on the right. In the center is the Syntergy Replicator Gateway for Lotus Notes. The Notes Gateway is responsible for performing bidirectional replication between the SharePoint server and the Domino server in the Network Operations Center, and by implication connects the SAS replication network on the left to the CAS replication network on the right. Here is a sample CAS library built as a web application in Lotus Notes. Here is a corresponding SAS library configured using SharePoint Server 2010. The goal of this demonstration is to show bidirectional replication between the CAS library at the top and the SAS library at the bottom. The bidirectional replication is performed by Syntergy Replicator Gateway for Lotus Notes. Let's proceed to the live demonstration. For this demonstration, we're using three servers. The first server is a SharePoint 2010 server. And on the SharePoint server, we have Internet Explorer open to display three web pages. The first web page is the CAS library. The second web page is a correspondingly configured SharePoint document library. And finally, SharePoint Central Administration, where we can see Syntergy Replicator has been installed to support the functionality of the Lotus Notes Gateway. In addition to the SharePoint server, we also have a Windows 2008 R2 domain controller. And finally, we have a Lotus Notes Domino server as part of our configuration. Let's go back to the CAS library, where we're going to start by creating a new folder and adding a document to it. Click on the new folder icon to create the new folder and type in the name of the folder. Use the default values for the security classification and reusability. We'll finally click Insert and OK to create the new folder in the CAS library. We can see that the new folder has been created. If we click into the folder, we would see that it's empty. This is what we expect. Let's add a new document to that folder. We click on the new document icon, we enter the name of the document and its description. The document has similar metadata settings to those of the folder we just created. For the document type, let's select text and enter some text for the body of this document. Like before, we'll click on Insert and OK to create the new document in the CAS library. So let's go back to the original view. We can see the folder that we've created, and if we click in the folder, we can see the text document that we created. You can see the security and releasability settings that were used to create the document, and you can also see that the document type is set to text. Let's go to the SAS library, and here we see that, and let's click F5 to refresh the page, and we can see that the new folder appears as replicated by the Lotus Notes Gateway, and inside the folder we can see the new text document that was created. We can also see that the metadata fields match the original document created in Lotus Notes, and also the content type has been set to be text. Now let's add a new document to the SharePoint document library. We click Add, and we'll browse to folders to select a PDF file attachment. We also need to make sure that we select the correct content type for the document. We'll fill in the description, and we'll select the classification value. We'll use the default releasability setting, and we'll click Save to save the document, the new document, into the SAS library. So here you can see that we've added this new PDF file to the SAS library into the document that was previously created using Lotus Notes. You can see that the metadata has also been set based on our selection. Now if we go back to the CAS library and click refresh, we can see that the PDF file attachment has been replicated from the SAS library to the CAS library by the Lotus Notes Gateway. This concludes the live demonstration of the Syntergy Lotus Notes Gateway. For more information, contact us by sending us an email at info@syntergy.com.